Good Saturday morning. How you doing? A few days ago, I picked this up at a dollar thrift store for $1. It's a Samsung S4 Galaxy. I'm not into smartphones. I can't figure the damn things out. But I figured I'd take a chance on it to use as a close-up camera when I'm working on something, because my stylo, the one that has the bad power button, keeps going into lockdown, and I have to keep on typing in the password. I lost that. I can't find it anywhere. But anyways, it's got a very strange problem. And that is, and I got to get a magnifying glass because I can't see with it. It's showing 49% on the battery, right? Okay. Now, this came with a 4 gig class 4 micro SD card, which I took out. I watched some YouTube videos on how to transfer videos from the internal memory to the SD card. I had 4 short little test video clips. It supposedly copied them over. When I took the card and hooked it to the computer, absolutely, I checked all the files. They have a lot of confusing Android things in it. And where it says videos, there was nothing. Where it says pictures, there was nothing. I had snapshots. Nothing went on the card. The card is blank. So I took the card out. So obviously, that's probably why they got rid of it. Although it's pretty old. It came out in 2013, I say, from what I read. It's got a weird problem. If I try to... I did charge this battery up when I first got it. But if I try to charge it now, it says use the Samsung charger. In other words, it's telling me I'm using the wrong charger. I looked on eBay, and the Samsung charger also puts out 5 volts. This puts out 5 volts. I have 4 or 5 of these things. And I tried a different cable. This cable came with it, although it's it's not a Samsung cable. I tried 4 or 5 different cables with this type of plug that would go into here, figuring maybe it's the cable. No, I'm getting the same message. I get a triangle with an exclamation mark where it says battery, then it just blinks red. Now, right now, it appears to be running on the battery. But as soon as I plug it in, I get that error, then it goes dead. And that is it. If I don't touch it, I cleaned the contacts with a pencil eraser and everything. I'm not interested in activating this as a phone because, first of all, it's a monthly fee of at least $50 to $75. I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in the fact that it has a camera. It has 2 of them. I don't know what they mean by front camera and back camera. One of them is a 13 megapixel, the other one's only a 2. I don't know which is which, but I did make some tests and videos on it. But these things are very, very complicated to use. It takes a kid to understand this because the new generation grew up with these things. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is set this camera on a tripod, and I'm going to try to show you what I get when I plug this into this and plug it into the wall. It's very short, so I'm going to try to hold it, and I'll show you what it does. I'll also show you with the phone off the error I get. It's saying it's given a yellow triangle with an exclamation mark on it and a dim outline of a battery. In other words, it seems to indicate the battery is no good. All of a sudden, when I first charged it, it was 85%. I've been playing around with it for a couple days, but all of a sudden, I get that error. So, yeah, I can get a battery for $5 on eBay, free shipping. That's not a problem. Why should I buy a battery when maybe the charging circuit, which goes through this and into the, because it's got 4 terminals on the battery, suppose the charging circuit's no good in here, then I've thrown away money on a battery on a phone that I'm going to end up giving away. I'll probably just give it to one of my viewers. That's the story of my life anyways. I don't mind doing that. But I figured I'd give this video for entertainment purposes. So, I figure it doesn't do great close-ups. When I get the book out here and try to show a close-up, you know, like I'm about 6 inches away from the book now, but if I take this phone and go like this, about 2 to 3 inches, it goes out of focus and stays out of focus. So this thing isn't as good as the Stylo one that I have, which has a bad power button. You got to push it sideways. I never did anything with it. I'm not about to take it apart. And it keeps going into lockdown, and I had to keep typing in the password. This does not do that. All you do is turn it on and swipe it, and she's on. And that is what I like about it. And the only reason is for the camera. Okay, so let's just see where the battery is now. 47%. Now, you'd think at 47%, it would be okay. And by the way, this comes up as T-Mobile. We have Verizon. T-Mobile, you don't get a signal here, although it seems to indicate that there would be. I think that's a signal band there. There is no SIM card in this. It was taken out. And the only card that was in here, which I already removed, is the micro SD card. I figured, the hell with it, I'll take it out because I can't transfer videos or pictures onto the external memory, which is the SD card. It does not work. I watched YouTube videos on how to do it, but now I can't use the thing because the battery keeps crapping out on me. And I don't think it's a loose connection. I cleaned the contacts. They look very clean anyways. So enough of this. Let's get on to plugging this thing into the wall. Screen keeps going black on me. That's what I hate about these phones. They don't stay on. And I had it set for 10 minutes. Now watch if it'll work properly. Let me plug this in. I'll have to hold the camera like this. And you see that? I got the viewfinder in a bad place. Okay, I got it off now. Now, let's plug this in. All right, it gives a bzzz vibration. All right, there's the battery indicator. Normally, it would show... Sorry, I'm holding it. There it goes. See what I mean? It does it on every cord I've tried. Every wall wart 5-volt. It's buzzing again. It's going out. It doesn't say bad battery. I measured the battery. It's got 4 contacts. I measured the battery and it reads 3.88 volts. It's a 3.8 volt battery. It tests good. All right, let's turn it on. Every time I touch this thing, something comes up on the screen. I hate touch screens. I'm not used to this stuff. Oh, I gotta hold it in, that's right, till it buzzes. Okay, now it gives a little buzz, I can feel it. All right, this thing was working good, and all of a sudden I get that triangle with the exclamation point in it. Now you see, it indicates that it starts up, and that's as far as it goes. Wake the dead up with that. Can't get rid of that T-Mobile. but it don't matter because I'm not using it as a phone. Okay, now swipe it, and %. Now, if that battery was no good, why is it reading 44%? So, all right. You know, I bought this thing because it was a Samsung S4 Galaxy. To me, that's brand new, latest best technology. Of course it isn't. 2013, and there's an S20 out now, and, you know, I'm not interested in this stuff. I can't use these things. I'm too damn old to learn. And I have no patience. I handle a thing, and I'm opening up things, you know, on the screen, and, you know, it has a camera. Okay? It has a camera. I can do a video. It's doing a video. You can see the red recording light there. Because it's in the vertical, and there's nothing more irritating than somebody recording a cell phone video in the vertical. I will not watch them, but I'm doing this because I'm trying to get everything in screen here for you. All right, now I hit it again to stop. I know that part, okay? So I wanted to use this to get close-ups in the shop, okay? But here I am, about 5 or 6 inches away from the book, all right? It's out of focus at about 2 inches, and it will not focus beyond that. So the stylo will do much better, okay? So what I like about it is you can go on the screen and go like that and expand it, okay? Like it does on my tablet. My tablet's very complicated to use too. But on my tablet, I was able to make a folder in the external drive called Bill's Videos, Pictures, and this and that. But the camera's not very good on it anyways. And it would show up on the tablet. This thing here, nothing. Nothing will go on the damn card. So I took it out and just uses the internal memory. Okay, so right now it appears to be working, right? Go back to the home screen. 41%. See what I mean? It just pops out. I don't have to do anything. It just keeps, you know, I don't have to do a damn thing. All I did is hold a magnifying glass up there and some stuff pops up. I just don't understand how people can use these damn things. So, probably could send it to one of my viewers. It only cost me $1. I didn't put any money in it. I'm not going to put $5 in for a battery because, as you can see, the battery's down to 41%. But if I plug this in, like I showed you, it says cannot charge. Where it says Samsung and there's a little, like a rectangular opening right there, right here, there's a light flashing right there, but it's not. It's not flashing. See it there? But I'm looking at it, it's not flashing. There it is right there. I take the pointer and point it right here. If I'm looking at it with my eye, I don't see anything. Could be infrared and cameras will pick that up. But it's flickering, see it? No idea what that is, because I'm not on camera mode, so I don't know if it's an infrared focus, automatic focus, or what, because there's supposed to be a camera on this side, And there is, because I experimented when the battery held up, that the funny part about it is the battery's holding up. And a lot of times I have to push the buttons 4 or 5 times on the screen to get it to work. So if I want to do a snapshot of that meter, then I think you go here. It's out of focus. A little bit. Not too bad. But it's handheld. I do know that handheld snapshots in the shop here, it's got good lighting, is blurry. They're not like a regular camera. So give me a good old ordinary point and shoot digital camera or a camcorder. Because these things just don't cut it. But it would be handy to carry in the store to read fine print. But as you saw in the beginning, it kept going out. It's not going out now. I don't understand why. In the beginning, like here, it kept going out. I don't remember how I had it set. But anyways, it's a Samsung Galaxy. Whatever it's doing, I bet you... see what I mean? It's going. Everything's going up. What happens is my finger's hitting this. But you gotta hold the thing. What are you supposed to do? You know? Alright, but you can see... there it goes again. This is driving me nuts, folks. Anybody want it? I'll send it to you. I'm a glutton for something cheap. I paid $1 for it. I'll send it to one of my regular viewers. I can't figure these things out. One thing it does not do, so if something's wrong with it, is the SD card. You can put an SD card in. I formatted it in the computer because I don't know how to format it in the camera. And when you go to use it, you put the card in, the folders already are generated on the card, because when I took the card out and put it in my computer, there's folders in there, Android and this and that and blah, 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 all kinds of subfolders in there. And I checked through every single one of them, and most of them were empty, and the videos, the pictures, and the music, every one of them were empty, even though I supposedly moved them over from the internal memory. So I can't figure these things out. So I'm from the old school, folks. I just figured I'd make this. Anybody have any ideas why it's not accepting a charge? I'll plug it in one more time here. It's still on. See what it's saying? It's indicating it's charging now. I don't bother setting the time. I don't know how to do that. I don't worry about that. I never set my time on any of my camcorders either. But you see, you got a flickering light there, as I pointed out before, but it only shows up on the on this camcorder here, which I'm using, the JVC camcorder. Yeah, give me the good old camcorders. You know, you gotta grow up with this sort of technology. You know, if I grew up with this technology, then yes, I would know it. But I'm too old for this stuff. Plus the plans, the service plans are very, very expensive. A lot more than the $55 or $60 we pay for our plan on the Verizon for the flip phones. Just wondering if that's going to charge anyways, even though I got this message here. And I've tried all kinds of wall warts. They all put out 5 volts. I've tried 3 different cords, all the same. I've used the cord from my tablet because it's the same cord. Oh, we'll leave that message up there because if I click OK, then the screen I think will go black on me. Are we gaining any charge? That I don't know. It's a good question. But what the heck? You know, I only paid $1 for it. I spend that on coffee at McDonald's. So I don't have a problem with that. That's why people get rid of these things. There's a reason, besides it being old. It has a wonderful, nice, bright display when it's working. Samsung Galaxy S4 is what this is. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with my eyes in the viewfinder of the camcorder. It don't look like it's gaining any charge. So, let me see if I can turn it off. No, I gotta hit OK first. Now, see what I mean? You gotta hit it 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, now let's just see if it comes up with a message. That triangle, which I think means the battery's no good. It's not saying that. There it is. And where it's supposed to be charging, it's not a steady light, it's blinking. When I first got it, it was a steady light, red, and it went to green the next day I came and checked it. Okay, folks. I've had it with this guy. Anybody interested, maybe you can throw me a couple dollars for sending it to you, but I don't want any money for it. Send me a $5 bill, and I'll mail it out to you, anybody in the 48 states. But I want some of my viewers, my regular viewers, to have first choice. So it's not going to be a first come, first serve. It's going to be, if I hear from somebody that I'm not familiar with or a newbie on my channel, it's going to be, the priority is going to be my regular viewers first. Like Ron, like Doug, or Buzz, any of those people there will get first choice at it. But I'm sure there's a problem with it. And I don't think it's only the battery. I think there's problems otherwise because it doesn't work transferring over. It says it is, but it don't transfer them, the videos or pictures. Thanks for watching. That's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. A little shaky. I'm hand-holding the camera on the tripod. I can't do both. I'm not set up for that. Take care.